You can see it right there. Guys, you have to, they can see you now, remember? So we're practicing like it's real. Mm-hmm.
No, the left.
Okay, can you see the presentation window now?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Can't see them.
They can still see us if they want.
This?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys can go ahead.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here from this Grade 5th class of Taylor Elementary. We are excited to have you here today so we can show you how we've been able to use Google Drive in our class this year.
You're going to have to be much louder. Could you hear her over there?
No, she has to be louder.
Should I start her?
Just pick it up from where you were.
Okay. When we are finished, if you have any questions, we have classmates back at Terryville that will be able to answer any of the questions that you may have via Google. We love Google Drive because it's efficient. It saves time when we are writing stories or essays so that we don't have to write our drafts over and over again. It easily allows us to type one draft and then go back to revise or edit it. This way, otherwise we'd be writing paper copy after paper copy. It also easily allows us to store things into folders. We also love Google Drive because it gives us more of a polished and professional look. When we could easily type a draft and go back and revise or edit it. We use docs and slides to create our work.
Okay. Was that any better?
Much better.
Okay, good.
I didn't really hear it, and you couldn't hear it. It was a little muffly, but it was louder.
Okay. This is Anthony Gonzalez's slide. He's not here, so we're just going to fast forward. Can you hear me better than them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. You guys, because the mic's in the computer. So you guys are going to be really hard to hear. So we'll just read it from here. The day we actually do it for real, we're going to have a microphone you're going to step up to anyway.
You'll hear it better the day we do it.
Okay.
When we teach Google Drive, we are required to have a deeper understanding of what we are teaching. Therefore, we have learned a lot more about Drive so that we can share our knowledge to others. Our students who have learned Google Drive have become turnkey trainers to other students. This has provided a real service to our school. When we teach Google Drive, we are required to reflect on our learning and refine our understanding. We have a better understanding about Google Drive than we did in the beginning of the year.
Because we now have the ability to teach others how to use it, more students in our school learn the skills and efficiency of Google Drive. Students, teachers, administrators, and even school board members have benefited from our ability to teach what we've learned. Additionally, we have improved our self-confidence and have the ability to do a lot more than before. Thank you so much for allowing us to present to you. Please make sure you take a business card from us before you move on. By scanning the QR code, it will take you back to our presentation, and you can use these links to access some examples of student work that we created using Google Drive. We have classmates back at Terryville who can now answer any questions that you may have via Google Hangout.
All right. So now, this is the part where the audience goes wild and cheers. Go ahead, audience. Okay, stop. Okay. Also, one of my other favorite effects on draw. Never mind. Okay, so they've gone wild and cheered. All right. And so now we are going to have audience members who ask our question and answer group questions. So presenters, you can have a seat. Let's get four of our trainers. Come up. We're going to have you be audience. No. I'll choose you. You're going to come up and be audience members for today. So where's my trainers? Who wants to ask questions for right now? Okay, who's got a good question to ask? Lexi, Alex, Robert, anyone else have a good question they can ask? Michaela, you're a presenter. Okay. All right. So you are going to, so here's our audience members. So they're going to ask a question and answer. You're going to have to be prepared to answer. Ready? Okay. Go ahead, Lex.
Why do you think Google Drive is better than other sites?
Well, I think it's better than other sites because, well, yeah, it saves automatically. Documents are very easy to make. Slides are very easy. And logging in is not a pain at all. Well, for me.
And also, are you gonna finish? Alright. Also, there's much more collaboration, so you can share all your documents, your slides, your forums, whatever you have in Google Drive, with your teacher and other students in your class.
Great. Next question.
Why do you think Google Drive benefits your school?
Well, benefits my school, or I should say me, because, well, you don't have to write paper copy after paper copy after paper copy. That makes it easier, well, for me. And it saves automatically, like I said before.
Thank you.
Also, I think it's much neater. It's much easier to store files and different folders and stuff like that.
Fantastic.
Are there any bad parts of Google Drive? I want Darwin, Alexandra, or Savannah to answer that.
Are there any bad parts to Google Drive?
Well, for me, there's not really bad parts. I really like Google Drive for what you could do, and like how it's.
So, Darwin, we need you to speak up a little bit louder. And also, Savannah, I'm having trouble hearing you. So, could you start again, Darwin?
Start again, nice and loud.
Wait.
So what's the bad parts of Google?
I think Google Drive has no bad part. I really like it because it saves and it's neater. You don't really, and your hand doesn't hurt that much when you write on paper.
Okay, great job. All right,
Part.
this guy again. Okay, go ahead.
Well, the one bad thing is for people that are just getting into it, logging in might be a little bit of trouble.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, so now at this point, you guys, you know,
Other than that,
the audience at the high school is going to shift into a few different. So now, after every 10, 15 minutes, it shifts. So we get a new audience group that comes. So now, presentation group 3 is going to come on up. Question and answer group, you guys are going to sit tight again. You're going to watch the next presentation. Okay. Okay, can you guys see the presentation now?
yes.
Okay. All right. And go ahead.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are from Mr. St. Pierre's 5th grade class at Terryville Elementary. We are excited to have you here today to show you how we've been able to use Google Drive in our class this year. When we finish, we have classmates back at Terryville who will be able to answer any questions you may have via Google Hangout. One thing we love about Google Drive is that it's efficient. It saves us lots of time when we're writing stories and essays because we're not writing our drafts over and over. It allows us to easily type a draft and then easily go back and revise and edit it. Otherwise, we'd be writing paper copy after paper copy. It also easily allows us to store things and organize them into folders. We also love how Drive gives us the ability to give our work a more polished and professional look. We use Drive to create, edit, and publish our work. Through Drive, we use Docs, Slides, and several other apps to create our work.
One of our favorite aspects of Google Drive is the ability to collaborate. Drive gives you the ability to share your work with others and allow them to either edit, view, or comment on your work. By doing this, we can share our work with our teacher, our classmates, and inter-school community. Google Drive? We can easily access and complete work remotely by using Drive. We can access work we did at school at home. We've even had students who have been out of the state. Huh?
I don't know. Oh, okay.
We've even had students who have been out of the state and completed work remotely by using Drive.
Because we teach Google Drive, we are required to have a deeper understanding of what we are teaching. Therefore, we have learned a lot more about Drive so we can teach the knowledge on to others. Our classmates who have taught Google Drive, our students who have learned to use Google Drive have become turnkey trainers who can now teach other students. This has provided a real service for our school. When we teach Drive, we are required to reflect and refine our knowledge. We have learned a lot more about Drive than we did in the beginning of the year.
Because we have the ability to teach others how to use it, more students in our school have the skills and efficiency of Google Drive. Students, teachers, administrators, and even school board members have benefited from our ability to what we've learned. From our ability to teach what we've learned. And additionally, we have improved our self-confidence and have the ability to do a lot more than ever before. Thank you so much for allowing us to present to you today. Please make sure you take a business card Hold on. Please make sure you take a business card from us before you move on today. By scanning the QR code, it will take you back to our presentation. You can use these links to access some examples of student work that we created using Google Drive. We have classmates back at Terryville who can answer any question you have at this time via Google Hangout.
Thank you. Okay, once again, crowd goes wild. And now they stop going wild. And okay, now we are back to the question and answer group. So now let's get two trainers who can ask a question. Two trainers. No trainers. Charlene, you don't have any good questions you can ask them? Okay, any presenters? Jake, you want to hobble on up? And Mickey K, come on up. All right, so now it's going to be you guys who are back on. I do want to point out that after the first set of question and answers, that's when in the computer lab, this would be turned off, the volume would be off for a while, and our trainers would now start training the other kids. For today, you're acting as our audience. Okay, go ahead, audience member. Ask a good question and say you want one of the young ladies to answer.
Thank you. That's what I said.
Yeah, you guys are carrying the load there. All right, go ahead.
When using Google Drive, are there any safe pop-ups that come up when students are using it?
Did you hear the question okay?
Say it one more time.
Okay, so when using Google Drive, are there any pop-ups or unsafe ads that pop up into the work that you're doing?
Girls?
Alexandra, I think he said he wants you to answer it.
Are there any pop-ups or unsafe?
No, not really.
Not really or no? Because you gave two answers there. No, none at all, right? Okay, very thorough answer. Okay, Michaela, next question.
Is there a way that you can see all revision made and make sure students and anyone you want is using Drive appropriately?
Say it one more time, Michaela.
Is there a way that you can make sure that everyone is using Drive appropriately and track them?
So how can teachers make sure that students are using it appropriately?
Yes.
How so, Savannah?
Like if you have their account,
You can go in there and see if they're doing everything appropriately.
Okay, very good. All right, so hold on. Let me see if we have time for the presentation, the third presentation group to go. Yeah, we do. So now we're going to come back here, and our third presentation group is going to. Okay, it's actually, I think, presentation group 1 now, right? Yeah, come on up. Can you guys see the presentation again?
No, we still see you.
Not yet.
Okay.
Someone taking up the whole screen.
See that one person take up.
She's not even taking up like her. No, I'm not.
Now you can, right?
No, we still see you guys.
I see.
Hey, Mark.
I see Emma just looking straight into the camera. She's like,
What about now?
No, you still you guys.
Shirley.
Oh gosh, this looks horrible.
Okay, fine.
Now we're starting to see we can see your computer screen now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we see it.
All right, so we're going to go through this one quickly. Ready?
Okay.
Begin.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are from Mr. St. Pierre's 5th grade class at Terraville Elementary. We are excited to have you here today to show you what we have been doing in Google Drive this year. When we're finished, we have classmates back at Terraville who will be able to answer any of your questions via Google Hangout. One thing that we love about Google Drive is that it is efficient. It saves us a lot of time when we write stories and essays because we are not writing our drafts over and over again. It allows us to type drafts and then easily go back to revising. Otherwise, we've been writing paper copy after paper copy. It also allows you to store things and organize them into folders. We also love Drive because it gives us the ability to give our work a more polished and professional look. We use Drive to create, edit, publish our work. Through Drive, we use docs, slides, and several other apps to create our work.
One of our favorite aspects of Google Drive is the ability to collaborate. Drive gives you the ability to share your work with others, and they can either edit, view, or comment on your work. We use it to collaborate with classmates and teachers and in our school community. By using Drive for group work, it spreads the work out more equitably than it would when we do it on paper. We have the ability to access and complete work from remotely with Google Drive. We can easily continue work we started in class when we were at home. We have even had students that were out of state and completed Google Drive work from there by using Drive.
Because we teach, we are required to have a deeper understanding of what we are teaching. Therefore, we have learned a lot more about Drive since the beginning of the year. Our students who have learned to use Google Drive have become turnkey trainers who can now pass their knowledge on to other students and teachers. This has provided a real service for our school. When we teach Drive, it requires us to reflect and refine our previous knowledge. This has given us a better idea how to appropriately and efficiently use Drive since the beginning of the year.
We now have the ability to teach other students. Students learn the skills and efficiency of Google Drive. Students, teachers, administrators, and even school board members have benefited to teach what we have learned. We've also improved our self-confidence and we are now able to do a lot more than ever before. Thank you for letting us present to you today. Please pick a business card on the way out. By scanning the QR code, it will take you back to our presentation, and you can access some of the links of examples of students' work. We have students back at the classroom that are able to answer any questions that you may have via Google Hangout.
All right, thank you very much. We're not going to get to do another set of questions because it's time for art. So